Hello students. Today's topic to be discussed is about a history chapter, tribes, nomads and settled communities. We are here talking about a community called as the Gonds. The Gonds were basically a tribe. They were nomads and later they settled in a place. Now who are these Gonds? The Gonds were a tribal community who lived in a vast forested region. They are basically from South Asia. As they are nomads means people who keep wandering from one place to another. They don't settle down in one particular place. Now these nomads came to India and they started practicing something called as shifting cultivation. Now what is this shifting cultivation? Shifting cultivation means they go to a forest area, chop the trees, cultivate farming for a period of 1 to 2 years, again move to a different place. Now, once they move to a different place, again they do the same thing, chop the trees, cultivate, and again move. So, these wanderers kept doing the same thing. Later, when they started noticing people nearby, they started feeling that we have to settle down, and they settled in places called as Odisha, Chhattisgarh, and Andhra Pradesh. They just saw the neighboring kingdoms who were earning money. So, as they were rich with lot of forests, they started doing carpentry. Later, they went to metalwork and started selling those and earning money. They became very rich kingdom. They called themselves as Koi or Koitur, and the language they used to communicate was Gondi language. They worshipped two type of gods. One is Baradevu and the other one was Parsapan. Now why two gods? I'll explain to you in the next slide. Friends, let's look at structure of Gond kingdom. Now why am I addressing as Gond kingdom instead of Gond community? As I said you, they settled down finally and they started increasing their population. Now they have 70,000 villages. Now the 70,000 villages is a huge number. This was centralized and was administered by dividing and subdividing the villages. Now 70,000 villages were divided into 84 villages plus 84 villages like this. If you go on doing, it has to total up to 70,000 villages. So this division was called as Chaurasi. Why Chaurasi? Because 84 villages is a clan. Now this clan was called as Chaurasi because 84 in Hindi is called as Chaurasi. Now this 84 villages are subdivided into 12 villages, 12 villages, 12 villages like this till they number up to 84 villages. Now these are called as Barbots. Now the Barbots also had a king who was called as Raja or Rai. Now these people used to worship Parsapen, and the whole 70,000 villages had a common god called as Baradevu. Let's look at the royal story. Amandas was a person who started the Gond community. Under him the Gond community grew and they had a lot of kingdoms under them like Kerala in Betul, Deoghar in Chanandwara, Garhamandala, the main kingdom, Chanda, Sirpur, etc. He renamed himself as Sangram Shah. He had a successor, Dalpat Shah. Now, Amandas came up with the idea that as he wants to grow, he had his friend and ally, which was the Chandala dynasty. So he sent them the proposal of their son Dalpat Shah and got his son married to the Princess Durgavati in 1542 CE. They had a son called Bir Narayan. Dalpat Shah died because of ill health. As her son was just 5 years old, Rani Durgavati took care of the Gond and claimed the throne. Under her, the kingdom prospered. Now, after many years, she had to face a few challenges. Now, the Mughal forces were always having an eye on the Gond community's growth. The Mughal general Asaf Khan declared war on Garhamandala. Rani Durgavati fought to her best and she made sure she resisted them. But after many months of war, she was defeated. Rather than surrendering herself, she preferred to die. Now, post attack, the Gonds, as they were a very rich kingdom, Mughals made sure that all their wealth, their metalworks, and their elephants were taken away. Now, there was a big question in front of Mughals if the Gonds come back and re attack them. So, to make sure about that, they made sure that a portion of the snatched kingdom was given to Bir Narayan's uncle Chandra Shah. Now, Chandra Shah was not a strong leader. Under him, the kingdom became very weak. It was almost struggling unnecessarily against the stronger forces of Bundelas and Marathas. This was the end of Gonds.